Thank you, Divyanshu, for having me on this channel. My name is Dr. Vipul Lunavat. I am the founder director at the Institute of Sports Science and Technology, Pune. So, I have been a former athlete in the sport of roller skating and ice skating, which is an Olympic sport. And because of my, profound passion in the field of sports, I found interest in starting education institute by the name of ISST. So, over my years of experience, almost 18 to 19 years of experience in the field of sports, I have been fortunate enough to work with top athletes, managers, and faculties, professionals to develop various courses and curriculum in the field of sports. We have had some fantastic students, alumni at ISST. So I am proud to be a part of this sports ecosystem to develop the sporting culture in India.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your introduction. So, shall we start the interview?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir. My first question is, being the director of ISST, kindly tell us about your experience in the education industry.
See, so far, in the last 5 or 7 years, sports education has really grown, big time in India, right? If you go, say, 10 or 15 years back, there was no formal, sports education system in India. And so my background coming from, from a sports industry as an athlete, and then I had done my master's in financial management. I did my MBA. Then I have also done MSc in electronics, furthering which I pursued my PhD in the field of sports management. Right, so that has been my educational background as such. I have, during my education days, I have been applying to various institutes around the world, top colleges and universities, wherein I understood that we require a lot of professional education in the field of sports management and sciences in India, and that is how we came to the concept of starting ISST.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. My next question is, being the director of ISST, what is your philosophy of leadership and how would you describe your leadership style?
I think to make any organization successful, you should carry and you should imbibe top leadership qualities with you, like working in a team, helping your subordinates grow, and having a set aim or goal to achieve success. So as far as ISST is concerned, I have been working on this concept of the institute since 2008, and it was a tough journey, obviously, but as I would say, all leaders have to face those kind of ups and downs in their life. So I was fortunate enough to have those experiences and learn from that. I would call my leadership style as an inclusive leadership style, wherein I believe in working from the grassroots, making sure every individual working with me or around me is enjoying his or her work, and they are respected for whatever work they do, be it office boy or be it my marketing, director of marketing or management, whatever it is. I believe in having people enjoy their work. I respect whatever they do, and I believe in empowering all these individuals, because these are the guys who are going to make you grow. And obviously, if you want to grow big time, if you want to achieve success, it should always be the success of your subordinates and your team members first, and then the organization grows. So I think that is something very important. The attitude with which we work is something really important, and I feel as a leader, I should look out for all the people in my team.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. My next question is, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans of marketing and administration of your institute, being the director of ISST?
So when we started ISST, we were clueless about how to go about it. So it was a very new niche field, and first we studied a lot of international programs from various universities and institutes. We designed fantastic content. We got top of the line faculties to design the content, the structure of the programs. But as and how we progressed, we realized that the first thing students look at is what are the opportunities they will get after completion of the programs. So the course structure, the quality of the program, the educational content is one part, but post that, what the student gets is something very important from the student perspective. So we realized that at a very later stage, and then we actually started working on the other end of the system, wherein we started approaching different sports organizations, companies, and teams to generate internship opportunities, job opportunities for our students. Approach them to get a more experience for our students. So I think whenever we design any new program, we work the other way around, wherein we first see the employability quotient of that program, how demanding that program is, how many job openings are available in the market, and then we launch those programs. So our approach has been very practical in terms of designing programs. And as a director, I feel education should always be mapped with the opportunities available in the market. The student doesn't get any opportunity after doing a particular course, I think that is a waste of his time, money, and effort.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's a great initiative you are taking right now for the sports industry. My next question is, the education system in the India and other foreign countries are structured very differently. In your experience, what can an inborn student can gain your student in your from here in your institutes?
See, if you compare the Western education system or education system in Europe or Australia, it is obviously very different from Indian education system. The reason being that they have a very different industry. The sports industry in India is very different as compared to the sports industry in other countries. So keeping that in mind, we have to design programs which are practically useful for students in the Indian context, right? However, when we say sports, as an international tool or a international market or an industry, we have to also design some topics or subjects which are applicable globally. So although, like I said, there is a lot of difference, but we have been successfully able to combine both these aspects, the international sporting scenario and the industry in India together, and give them an overall experience and education to all the students to understand how to work in an international environment as well as how to function in an Indian sporting context. So I think that mapping and that connection is very important, and it is of profound importance in designing sports education programs in India.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. My next question is, how does the curriculum ISST ensure the best practice of this industry, sir?
So, following up with your last question, like I said, the education industry abroad is very different because they are focused more on practical learning rather than just theoretical learning. Whereas, in the Indian context, we see a lot of, theory being taught and, less of practical being done. So here at ISST, we focus on the practical aspect, and like I mentioned earlier also, we work the other way around, wherein we see how the employability quotient of the student can be improved, how he can be placed in good companies, what are the opportunities we can generate for the students after they do the program. So that is, I think, a very good USP which I believe ISST has, wherein we are focused on defining the careers, defining the lifestyles of students who pass out from ISST. So I think that is something which is lacking in most of the programs, wherein only the educational content is looked at. Not many institutes really look at what the student gets after he passes out from the course. So I think that is the focal point of our strategy.
Great, sir. Great. Thank you so much. My next question is, what do you think should be the ISST top priority over the next 5 years?
I think the sports industry is growing rapidly and exponential in India, and there's going to be a lot of requirement of sports science and management professionals in the industry in India. So in the next 5 years, we are looking at creating top of the line international infrastructure, wherein the students get that international exposure. They get to work with top athletes. They get the practical experience working with top leagues in the country. Already, many of our students are working in the IPL, the ISL, Pro Kabaddi League. They are working with different organizations also. So I think that is very important that in the next 5 years we try to create more job opportunities and internship opportunities. One initiative which I am or ISST is a part of is the Sports Entrepreneurs Foundation, wherein we are getting all budding sports businessmen from India together on one platform to under a foundation, under a single foundation, wherein we can do a lot of business development, business networking. We can do events, and there will be a lot of recruitment being done through this foundation. So I think this is a very good step for us. In the next 5 years, we want to grow this SEF initiative internationally as well. So ISST is committed to get more opportunities, create more opportunities for our students, give them international standard experience with respect to the infrastructure and the faculty we have.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. My next question is, what would you like to people to know about your institute they may not know?
I think most of the institutes which offer sports education programs are focused on the educational aspect, wherein when we say sports, it is more connected with the on-field study, right? So ISST runs their own sports academies. We have sports academies for cricket coaching, football coaching, basketball coaching. Then we have gymnastics, we have roller skating, and few other indoor sports. So I think we have a very good connect with the grassroots sport development, wherein the students can actually work with grassroots students. The athletes which are doing well internationally, they also get a chance to work with our ISST students to grow their performance. So that industry connect is very important, which I think is our USP. I can definitely say no other institute in India today has these academies of their own. So the moment we say 100% guaranteed internships with ISST sports academies is because we have our own sports academies. We have around 400 to 500 students who train at our academies. So that is something which I would like to highlight. Another important aspect is we have a very good high performance center where we've got top end technologies in sports assessments and performance at our high performance center and sports science lab. So that is something which is very important for us to have.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. My next question is, what do you see as the greatest strength of ISST?
I think the greatest strength of ISST is that we want to be connected with all the students for the rest of their lives, not only for the duration of the program. So we have created a community called the ISST Alumni Network, wherein all the past alumni. So we've got some fantastic alumni. We've got few Olympians. We've got some senior personnel, army personnel. We have got some senior management people who are working with top athletes, who are managing top Olympians in the country as our alumni. So we want to create an ecosystem wherein all these students or the past alumni can provide opportunities for each other, do business development and networking, grow together. So I think that is something which is unique with ISST, apart from the educational content and the opportunities we give them through practical experience and internships. So this is one important aspect which ISST has.
Great, sir. Great. Thank you so much. My last question is, any suggestion you would like to give to the current youth and aspiring students?
I think the more of the students which interact at ISST or in general when we do various seminars and conferences, is that students are really not sure about what they want to do. They have heard about some term like sports biomechanics or sports nutritionist or strength and conditioning expert, and they just want to jump on the wagon and do a certification just for the sake of it. So my suggestion to the students is you should have a concrete plan, understand where your liking is, and as you say, we are in the sports industry. This is a very competitive world. So look at your education as a competition, plan for it, train for it. Time management is of very essential importance. and I think students should really have a focused approach to whatever they are doing. And another important aspect is in the sports industry, if you want to grow faster, you should have a very strong networking. You should be able to connect with people, maintain relationships. So I think that is very important when it comes to developing your own career in the industry. So my suggestion and my guidance to the students would be that try to meet new people, try to connect, be ready for internships, be ready to do whatever work comes your way, because the work may be any small kind of a work, but it might give you experience of a lifetime, which is priceless and which can teach you a lot of things. So I would suggest students not to be carried away with the glamorous world the sports has, because there is a lot of back end work which happens to reach that glamour. So be realistic, be practical, and be focused.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's what a great interaction with you. It's a tremendous interaction with you. So, as in being a director of, you cover all the things about your institute. So, thank you so much, sir.